Hello everyone, happy Sunday. Welcome in. My name's DanielleStimpson and welcome to Community Distance Reiki. It's wonderful to have you here with me on this Super Bowl Sunday. If you're new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself, set any requests for your personal healing or well-being. We're going to start things off with a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. If you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you would like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description along with all my social media and my email newsletter. So without any further ado, let's go ahead, say our hellos, and get started on building this grid. Awesome. So let's see. Let me move some things out of the way here. Awesome. Was doing some reorganizing, rearranging, even painting in my office today. So things are just a little out of whack, but that's okay. Let's see. Awesome. So as usual, we have our mirror here. This helps to reflect and deflect any negative energy. Copper spiral, that helps to break up any energy blockages and get the optimal flow of energy going. And let's say hello to everyone. Ninja4858, Alana Taylor, Still Not Still, Sister Sheba, Natalie, the Gelguire, Grace, I hope you're well. Tabs, good to see you. Jenny and Chris, I'm not sure if you're here now or if you left those messages, but either way, we will support all the things you requested. Oh, it's so good to see you all. Yeah, whether it's a Super Bowl day or the Superb Owl day or whatever it is for you, yeah, we're still doing the Reiki. Hey, Flower, I hope you're doing well. I hope your crew is doing well. Oh, awesome. I'm glad to brighten your day. Let's see. I am doing well. I had fun getting some things done and putting some color on the walls. It's the first time in many years that I've had color on the walls that isn't just my artwork. And I do have a lot of artwork, but still. So very excited. And it's on, I got some recycled paint that also doubles as like chalkboard paint, but it's like this blue-green. It's really pretty. So I'm excited. So I painted some other things so that I'll have that color all over the place too. So hooray. So let's go ahead. Let's dive on in. Let's start building this grid. Jonna Williams, welcome in. Awesome. I will get to everybody's requests. And if you have a lot of requests, I might grab a few at first and then add the rest in as I go for everyone else, and then maybe go up and finish them towards the end. But I will get to everyone's requests as long as I can. So yeah, usually we get to the Reiki part closer to like the 9:20. So like you can plan your night, but yeah, we will be building the grid up until then. So let's start with a couple of Chris's requests. Let's start with Black Obsidian, Iolite, Rhodonite, and Selenite. Awesome. Selenite is easy enough. I actually keep a big piece just beneath the grid for every grid because it is so helpful. So this is beautiful selenite. As you can see, it reflects pure white light. This can help to clear the energy of a space or your home. It can also clear your energy field if you wave it through your energy field. You can even put your crystals on it and it will clear your crystals. It helps with connection to our angels and spirit guides. Just make sure you don't put this in water. It will start to melt. Rhodonite is helpful for healing a broken heart, whether that's grief, disappointment, breakup. So that's rhodonite. Also really helpful for the lungs, allergies, anything autoimmune, and asthma as well. Helpful for insecurities, as well as healing the pain of past emotional abuse. Also good for balancing yin and yang in the body. So that is rhodonite. Next is iolite. This helps with clairvoyance, and that's our spiritual sight. So this not only empowers your intuition, it also helps with things like fever, money management, and weight loss too. So we will go ahead and bring in iolite. Yeah, there we go. And black obsidian is lovely for healing deep, deep grief and especially significant trauma, especially if it's really acute or very activated. This can also help things like nervous pets. It is highly protective. It's helpful for protection against kind of like the sour words of others, like gossip and spite and things like that. Helpful too for blocked grief, unlocking blocked grief so you can start to move through it and leave it a little bit farther behind. So that is black obsidian. And I'll grab one more. Let's do some carnelian. Carnelian works with the sacral chakra that is beneath the navel, and it is very much the color orange. Carnelian helps with everything you would think the sacral chakra to be. So this is relationships, like broadly, like the world and the society and community around you, but even more closely, like close relationships, like romantic partners and family and friends, but especially helpful for creativity as well as sexuality, sexual function, and even fertility. This one is also helpful for attracting love and romance, and very helpful for colds, allergies, and even wound healing. So that is carnelian. Fantastic. Okay, and I will get the rest of yours as we go through. So thank you for being here, Chris. And hello, Abby. Welcome in. Jennifer, welcome in. I will get to everybody's requests for sure. Oh, thank you for the compliments on my hair. It's called, I had it wrapped up until like 10 minutes before I went on air. Awesome. Okay. And Jenny had a request, personal integrity, hope, taking action, however small the steps, self-love and compassion, connection and empathy for others. Absolutely. So personal integrity. That's going to be lapis. There's a lot of good ones for taking even a small step in the right direction. Compassion. Let's start with some jade. So jade is, I mean, especially that it's the day after Lunar New Year, it couldn't be more appropriately timed, but jade is helpful with a number of things, but here it's also helpful for inner peace and balance of body, mind, and spirit, but it's also really helpful for achievements, making dreams come alive, and also like kind of a little bit of hope too. This also helps with achieving what you've set out for. It helps with confidence, resourcefulness, empowerment, which it sounds like you could use a little help with. Also with prioritizing yourself for self-care and for grounding stress. So that is jade. This is just good for like anything. This is like a good a good balancer of energy on all levels. So that is jade. Next, we will bring in some pink kunzite. This is really helpful for compassion. So this is compassion for yourself and compassion for others and receiving compassion from others. It helps with attracting love, especially commitment-based love, and it's wonderful for healing heartbreak too. Helpful for hormones, chemical sensitivities and allergies, especially skin allergies, neuralgia, for new moms and sleepless babies, as well as dealing with toxic bosses. So that is pink kunzite. There we go. Lapis is excellent for personal integrity. So lapis lazuli is one for personal responsibility, open, honest communication, for owning your commitments, meeting your promises. Helps with career improvement and also vertigo and hearing loss, pain and inflammation, as well as disorganization if you're looking to get more organized. So that is lapis lazuli. This is a great one for new jobs as well. And I think zoisite could be helpful here too. So zoisite is helpful for releasing negativity, but also shaking off apathy and sluggishness. This is one that helps you to face your challenges and roadblocks and different things that are an obstacle to your path. And that can even be, internal too. This one can also help you to not procrastinate. It helps you to kind of start checking things off of the to-do list. Helpful too for seasonal affective issues, and definitely helpful in a lot of ways for what you're asking for support on. So I'm going to bring some zoisite here and here, and lots of love to you, Jenny. I hope you're doing well. And let's see who else is here. Hello, Joanna. Hello, Emmy. Emmy just lost a hammered copper bracelet with a rectangular selenite dangling from it. Is it true that can signify the mineral stone is done with its power? Oh, gotcha, Marilou. Okay, so sometimes when we lose stones and they kind of leave us, sometimes it is done doing its work full stop. Sometimes it's done working with us, and sometimes it's almost like maybe it's just done with us. So sometimes it's done completely, sometimes it's just done its work with us. It's kind of hard to tell one to the next which it is. I'm sorry that you had that loss there, but definitely look at it as, especially copper helps to break up blockages, get the optimal flow of energy going, and the selenite can help with connection to your guides and also keeping the white light around. So if that still feels like your thing, you can think about replacing those stones, but I would try just notice how you feel without it. You also may find it again. That happens a lot. I used to have a pendulum that would disappear for months at a time and then find me, and it would be like right next to me all the time, and then I'd lose it for months at a time, and then it would find me again. So yeah, I would definitely say it could just be done with doing its healing work at this time, and other times it's just like we've done all the work we're meant to do, and it's time to move on to something else in our energy field. I hope that helps. And I think that there was a question from Natalie too. What does azurite or silicon carbide stone do? Well, silicon carbide, like a lot of stones have silica in them. I'd have to look up silicon carbide and see like what types of elements it's in. Azurite, I'll actually just put it in the grid. Azurite is helpful for awakening to our spiritual self. It's wonderful for creativity and for insight and intuition. It helps with relieving indecision and worry. Also helpful for connecting with your spirit guides and even gleaning wisdom from them. Wonderful too for breaking down obstacles and blockages in your path, whether it's energetically within or like things and situations coming up. Helpful too for quieting and calming the mind, especially during meditation and energy work. Helpful too for spinal alignment, muscle spasms, and uncontrolled movement like muscle tics. So that is Azurite. So I hope that that helps. And I definitely will get to everybody's request today. No worries. Awesome. So let's go to who was next. And lots of love to you, Jenny. Still not still, something to be able to have enough physical energy to eat dinner. Well, even unwrapping cheese sticks feels like a lot today. I totally understand. I've had a very low vibe weekend other than the couple of things I did get done. So let's do Bumblebee Jasper and Red Jasper. So Bumblebee Jasper helps with lots of physical energy, mental clarity, mental focus, but this really just gives us a boost. This is also really helpful with if you're having a hard time getting in the mood to get work done. This can be okay, let's get this done. Let's get it over with. Helps too with empowering manifestation, making decisions, and balancing yin and yang. Also helps with confidence, motivation, and positivity. Just do be careful with it. It does have large amounts of sulfur and arsenic. And again, that's Bumblebee Jasper. There's also Red Jasper. Maybe this will help, maybe it won't. Either way, it'll be helpful to someone. This one is really good for empowerment, grounding, and rooting. This has a lot to do with the root chakra, and that's all about basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight, feeling connected to your physical body and its physical needs. Maybe that'll help. Helpful too for fighting injustice and bullying. Wonderful for protection and just feeling more embodied. Helpful too for emotional support through long-term healing, if you're going through physical therapy or anything like that, this can be a helpful stone for that. And it can also be helpful for fertility. So that is Red Jasper. So lots of love to you, Still Not Still. I hope that you get those cheese sticks open. And Grace's intentions, jumbled brain, and happiness. Gotcha. So, Bumblebee Jasper, Bumblebee Jasper, really helpful for mental focus, but so is Rutilated Quartz, which was also requested by Chris, and I think also requested by Sister Sheba. So Rutilated Quartz is clear quartz with these sort of, if you look at them, it almost looks like hairs. These are rutils. Rutilated quartz is thought to not only give you a boost of energy, especially if you're really run down or just getting over being sick, but it's also thought to help focus energy. So it's thought to help focus the mind, but also help focus healing energy to where it's most needed in the body. In fact, this is a stone that when I had my healing center on Jewelers Row in Philadelphia, this is what the jewelers would often recommend when folks would come in and say, can you recommend a stone for someone who has cancer? It would be Rutilated Quartz. The intention behind that gift would be that I hope that this takes all of those treatments that you're getting and sends them right to where it's most helpful. And I hope it gives you a boost of energy when you need it. So it's good for things like that too. And of course, nothing I do is a replacement for everything else. And it doesn't have to be, which is kind of great. Reiki and crystals are the ultimate complement to everything, but they don't need to replace anything. So I'm always open and honest. I take medications, especially for depression and other handicap things that I have, and I have no shame about it. You make the decisions that are best for you. I'm here to celebrate and support you in whatever limited way I can, and I'm glad to have y'all here. So let's see. Oh, and happiness. Let's think about some Fuksite is the first one that pops to mind for you. Fuksite helps with connection to happiness and play and self-care, but especially play. This is one that's just about allowing yourself to have fun for the sake of fun. It also is thought to help with healing inner child because, I mean, that's pretty much it right there. But also helps with carpal tunnel, spinal alignment, and sleep issues. So that is Fuksite. So that's a happy stone. So we'll go ahead and we'll place these out here. Okay. Awesome. So good to see you, Grace. Tabs, we've got good requests. So creativity, inspiration, entrepreneurship, intuition, mediumship, and connecting with tarot divination. You got it. So let's do, oh, there's some good ones there. Let's do entrepreneurship, inspiration, creativity. Azurite's a really good one of creativity. Let's see what else we have. Gotcha. Okay. So let's start with some sapphire. This is wonderful for things like mediumship and channeling, as well as just connecting with your angels and connecting with your intuitive abilities on any level. This can be a really strong powerhouse stone of connection with your guides and connection with when you're doing mediumship, if you're doing it for someone else, it'll help you find the best words to describe your impressions for your querent. It's also wonderful for the eyes, ears, thyroid, speedy justice, and envisioning a positive outcome in times of change. And this is also one of the stones that is recommended in cases of dementia, both for the individual with it and all of the beautiful people who care about them and care for them. Another stone that will help intuition, especially things like reading tarot, really iolite too is helpful. This is Super 7, and Super 7 helps with intuition on all levels, telepathy, channeling, mediumship, whether it's visual and things like tarot, things like runes, things like even if you're going into using your intuition along with astrology, this can help. Wonderful too with working towards larger goals and plans and dreams. Helpful for strengthening our energy field, for inner peace and harmony, connection to unity consciousness, which is the awareness that we're all interconnected, and helps with healing past life issues, karmic factors, and healing the earth, connecting with the earth. So that is Super 7. So let's put this one here. Here. And for entrepreneurship, let's go with some Tiger Eye. Tiger Eye is lovely for study and research. So this is also good for just studying too, but study, research, protection against things like jealousy and envy, and also really helpful for courage and strength and balance too. This is one that can help you to see the big picture and all the factors at play when you are making plans, considering different aspects, and making different decisions and seeing things in the rollout. So that very entrepreneurial, let me think of all the different pieces that come together. So this is a lovely stone for that. So good for big picture thinking. So that is Tiger Eye. But yeah, it's also a very protective stone in general. And it helps with a lot of like balance. There we go. Awesome. So thank you for being here and lots of love. Hey, Patty and Key. Good to see you both. Hey, Renee. Happy Lunar New Year to you too. Oh, awesome, Emmy. I'm glad it was helpful. Same to you, Natalie. I'm glad it was helpful. Oh, welcome in, Jane. It's good to see you. And Tanya, healing from cancer. And I'm sorry you're dealing with that. Definitely the Rutilated Quartz that I just mentioned is the most helpful. It's definitely thought to help direct healing energy of every kind to where it's most needed. So I hope that helps. And there'll be some other ones too. And let me know if there's any particular aspects that are coming up for you, like the emotional side, physical side. I'm happy to support in all the ways. So welcome in, Tanya. And I'm going to keep on going through everybody's request, working from the top. Okay, so we got tabs, the Gelguire. We've got fibro pain, especially in the abdomen and back, and for good sleep. Okay. And I did see another one for back pain, I think, Jane. So let's do Amazonite, and let's also do some of that. Yeah, so Amazonite is really helpful for issues with pain in the back, especially the spine and spinal nerves. I tend to have nerve issues there, and this is somewhat helpful with that too. It's also helpful with the reminder of self-care, especially for folks who think of everyone else before themselves. This is one that helps with not only self-care, but self-respect, and saying like, I need and deserve this support for myself. Also really helpful for calming, and it's wonderful for certain types of neurological issues, as well as good luck and winnings. So that is Amazonite. Amazonite can also be like a darker kind of tealish, like green with stripes of white going through it. And I have two stones that can be really helpful for fibromyalgia as well as other things. The first is citrine. Citrine is really helpful for manifesting our abundance, our financial needs, and anything we need to survive and thrive. It's helpful too for nausea, like I mentioned, fibromyalgia pain, and for addictions, compulsions, and even making good financial decisions. Also balancing our sense of logic with our sense of intuition, so that we can make decisions and move forward in life with a good balance of both. So that's citrine. Ruby is also really helpful for fibromyalgia pain, as well as love and fertility. Courage to be yourself. It's wonderful for lending some qualities around leadership and management. Great too for releasing fear, for stopping nightmares, for making decisions. And also if you are working on bringing in some financial stability, Ruby is very, very potent for that. So let's bring in some Ruby. And there we go. Awesome. So glad to see you. And I hope that and some sleep. Let's do Labradorite. I know you're not the only person that's going to ask for sleep, but this is my favorite sleep stone. Labradorite is lovely to help with going to sleep. It's also helpful for clairvoyance, so that's the intuitions that we see. This also helps with workplace harmony and calming disputes in general. Helpful too for research and study and detailed attention to like even the finest details or patterns within a lot of data. If you're struggling to get all the information together around tax time, Labradorite can be helpful, but it's wonderful for getting a good night's sleep too. It also helps to enjoy travel as much as possible. So that is a Labradorite. And so get some good sleep. I hope you're doing well. And thank you for stopping by. Sister Sheba, so good to see you today. Happy Sunday. I hope everything was, I know the earthquake was in Southern California where you're in the north, but I hope everything's going well there. Stone for gliomas, definitely rutilated. Inflammation. and back pain. Okay, so we got back pain. Let's bring in some more love for inflammation. One for inflammation is definitely lapis. And another stone that's excellent for inflammation, arthritis, and pain. They don't all have to be the same, but all of those definitely covers it. This is malachite. Malachite's also helpful for processing really difficult emotions without losing ourselves in the process. It helps to keep us afloat emotionally while we process that difficult stuff so that we can leave it in the past and move forward more easily. Helps too with depression, anxiety, and insomnia. So this is another stone that can help with sleep. So this is also very connected with the Archangel Raphael, which has been showing up a lot for several of you. So I think that it's definitely a good timely one for us. And that is malachite. And gliomas, inflammation, back pain. You got it. So I think yeah, that looks like, okay, cool. So we got you taken care of. Thank you for being here, Sister Sheba, and lots of love to you. For flower, we've got mobility, fear, staying present, and celestite. You got it. So mobility, fear, staying present, and celestite. So usually for fear and releasing fears, you and I usually go with ruby. That's already here. Another one that can help with grounding fear is red jasper as well. And to some extent, zoisite. That helps with releasing negativity. I'm going to bring in some black onyx. This is excellent for releasing fears and anxieties. It's very grounding, and it also helps with protection, processing grief, connection to our ancestors, and for bringing in some self-esteem and letting go of self-doubt. Helps too with just general spiritual protection, but also protection against folks who would play mind games. So that is black onyx. Cool. For mobility, let's bring in some Polychrome Jasper. This definitely supports mobility and also gets you excited about physical movement. This is one that'll make you feel like, okay, I know I feel kind of stuck right now, but now I feel motivated to like get up, get moving. If you're either struggling with mobility or you're struggling to like get up, get moving, maybe get with a gym program or something, this can really help. It's also thought to help the joints, especially the lower joints in the body, like the knees, the hips, the ankles, the feet. Helps too with confidence and breaking through indifference and motivation in general. So this can help encourage you to start moving in alignment with your soul's purpose. So let's actually do this one here, this one here. Okay, so that's Polychrome. Celestite. This helps to connect with our angels and our higher wisdom, as well as our spirit guides and helpers. Helps too with discernment, especially if you're like, okay, I feel this. Is that an intuition? Is that a triggered trauma response? Is that an emotion for something else popping up? Is that my intellect saying that something doesn't? All that kind of stuff. You can't tell where it's coming from or what it means. Celestite can be really helpful. It's also helpful for just all matter of pain because it changes the way that we're connected to our body. It connects us more with our spiritual side. So it just effectively changes the experience of physical pain. And Herkimer Diamond, which is actually a type of clear quartz. Herkimer Diamond helps us with being in the present moment and also helps to boost manifestation. And I feel like being in the present moment is really helpful with manifesting. We're not always jumping to the next thing, but we're able to sit here and be present with the right now. Wonderful too for relaxation, harmonizing discordant energies, lovely for balancing metabolism and just general intuition and feeling connected to spirit. So let's go ahead and bring in Herkimer. Let's actually bring Herkimer in here. Awesome. So that's Herkimer. So I hope you are doing well, Flower. Lots of love to you and Little Tree and your whole crew. Good to see you. Jonna Williams, gut health, heal and stay in high energy and high health. You got it. So gut health. Favorite two for gut health. First is peridot. This is helpful for any kind of digestive issue, whether it manifests as IBS, Crohn's, acid reflux. I have celiac disease. This can help with all of those things. It also helps with releasing guilt, anger, jealousy. Wonderful too for supporting good friendships. It's a stone of fidelity, and it's really helpful for breaking bad habits too. So that is peridot. And the other is Dalmatian Jasper. So Dalmatian Jasper is jasper that has black tourmaline running through it. Black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy and keep it at bay. And when it goes through a jasper like this, basically what it's doing is helping deep clean our energy field of all the old energy and impressions of things that have happened in the past that aren't happening now, and kind of leaves us a little bit more optimistic about the future. This can help with cooperation and breaking through cynicism and jadedness. So yeah, in addition, of course, to the IBS, Crohn's, and all of that kind of stuff. It's also deeply energy clearing. So that is Dalmatian Jasper. So there we go. Awesome. So glad to have you here. And let's see, high energy and just good health in general. Let's see. I'm going to go with tree agate. Tree agate is a wonderful balancer of energy in the body. This can help with all kinds of physical ailments as well as emotional issues, mental health, and spiritual connection. So in Ayurveda, this is considered sacred, and Ayurveda is the sister science to yoga. This is thought to be tridoshic, balancing the three different energy types that present in the body and in the soul and in the mind and in the spirit. This helps to promote inner peace and helps to dissolve ego, especially in spiritual settings. It's wonderful too for calming the physical nerves as well as the emotional nerves. Helpful too for noticing and healing and moving on from bad habits or patterns that we keep repeating in our life. Lovely for making new connections. So that is tree agate. It's really just a great general all-purpose healing stone. So that is there for you. So high energy and high health. So all the best, Jonna. Glad that you're here. And yes, happy superb owl, Jen. Absolutely. Awesome. So Jennifer Vatsa, intentions, communication, direction, and financial freedom. I love that. I'm also going to peek down at the bottom here. Hey, Gee. Oh, you got the job. Congratulations, Gee. I'm so happy. Congratulations on starting your new job. And we will send you lots of good energy for that. Awesome. I'm glad you're safe and sound up there, Sister Sheba. You're welcome, Tabs. You're welcome, Tanya. Let's also say, who else did I not say hi to? Is there anyone else? No, I think we're good. I will get to everyone's request today. Okay, cool. So back up to Jennifer Vatsa, communication, direction, and financial freedom. Gotcha. Communication. I think for financial freedom, especially like financial stability, I normally would go with ruby, but it's already here, but I've got another one that can be helpful. So let's start with communication. Let's bring in Sodalite. This is a lovely and powerful stone of expressing ourselves. So not just in terms of speaking and speech and talking to people, but also writing and any way you express yourself, whether it's artistically or musically or through performance. However you express yourself, this will help you to do that better. It's also helpful for relieving menopause symptoms, coming to terms with aging, helpful for grounding impulses, and also lovely if anyone's dealing with homesickness. This can be a very, very helpful stone. So that is Sodalite. Sodalite's also a lovely stone to have on hand if you struggle through Mercury retrogrades, because with everything being so hampered around communication, this can kind of help you work with that. So that is Sodalite. And for the direction, the sense of direction, the one that came to me, like the first thing that came to me was Soul Star chakra, which is above the crown. Soul Star chakra is above the crown, and it encompasses like our ability to connect with our highest good. Like as we go on our spiritual journey, that's like the highest possible versions of the things that can be, and it's high level intuition. And blue Caribbean calcite helps to connect with that. So that's part of it's intuitive. If you've ever gotten that sense of like, I need to shake that person's hand, I need to go to this event, I need to take this class or do that thing, and you just sort of know. A lot of times that's your soul star saying like, this is important for the future. This stone actually has two specimens in it, the Caribbean blue calcite, which helps with that soul star, but also it has Aragonite in it, and that is helpful for enacting our earth star chakra. Earth star is beneath the root, and that has to do with taking everything from the soul star and acting on it, basically helping clear the way so that we can show up in our soul's purpose. Like, so this is like the soul star is more about the direction and the clarity, and the Aragonite helps more with the showing up and following through. So wonderful for both. So this is Aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite. So let's see, where shall we place these? Let's put them here for now and see where they end up. I hope that helps. And also when you mentioned financial freedom, like I said, we've got citrine and ruby, and they're both good for not only calling on abundance, but like the stability of it. Sunstone can be helpful here. This can be helpful with, more specifically, because I know you own your own business too. And I know that Patty had requested this stone as well. So Sunstone helps with expanding our vision of our own potential. This is one that also gives us a boost in terms of fame and luck and being recognized. Wonderful for promoting yourself, promoting your business, promoting whatever it is that you've got out there. Helps too with bringing career opportunities. It's really helpful, like almost like a boosts your sign a little bit out there, getting you in front of people. Helps with phobias, and it also helps with anything around exploitation or money manipulation. It can help break that down. So that is Sunstone. So there we go. But yeah, like I said, I think Ruby and Citrine are really helpful for making good financial decisions and kind of being a little bit more stable. So I hope that those help. And all the best to you. It's so good to see you. And Abby. Oh, you're getting ready to paint with colors too. I'm happy to hear that. Help with decision making, getting things done, and some physical pain in arms and hands. Gotcha. Let's do... Let's do Howlite. This helps with decision making, and it also helps with motivation and wanting to get things done. It brings in a big air of like adventure. Also helps us to connect with nature and with earth in general. Hang on one moment. Sorry about that. Okay, so as I was saying, Malachite, which by the way, Malachite also goes by the name Australia Jasper. So in addition to making decisions, it helps with accepting change. And like I was saying, that sense of motivation and adventure, like wanting to get into things and get them done. But also connection to earth and nature, which can be really restoring and rejuvenating. Helps us to release a lot of what no longer serves. Great for thyroid, bloating, circulation, and also calming the digestion, which was a request from earlier. It helps boost the immune system. It's thought helpful for bladder pain, and it's also wonderful for accepting change. So that is Malachite or Australia Jasper. Let's go ahead and bring this in. So all the best to you with that. And the other one I wanted to bring in, yep, that's looking good. The other one I wanted to bring in for pain for your hands and arms. I'm not sure if carpal tunnel is a thing, but Fuksite can be helpful with that. Another one that can be helpful is Polychrome Jasper because it helps with movement and the limbs, but also Howlite. This is one that can be helpful when it comes to bones specifically, as well as joints. So whether it's bone integrity and density and strength or healing a fracture, with joints, whether it's like more of like a chronic pain or an inflammation all the way up to like an acute injury, this can be really helpful. So this is Howlite, and it's also wonderful for anger, frustration, and resentment, and releasing those and kind of turning them down a notch so that we can kind of think about what we want to do next rather than just trying to deal with the volatility of those emotions. So that is White Howlite. There we go. Go. Okay. So I hope that that helps. Awesome. Yeah, let me know if there's anything else I can do. Welcome in and enjoy your time here. Oh, and by the way, look at me. I remembered the YouTuber thing. Definitely go ahead and hit that like button if you don't mind. It really helps the channel. And consider subscribing. I'm here live 5 times a week. Same awesome hangout. Same awesome groups of people that come in and out. Same beautiful grid and Reiki session, so you're always welcome here. So Ninja 4858, joy, letting go, and compassion. Oh, we love you being here too, Ninja 4858. So let's go with joy, letting go, and compassion. My favorite stone for letting go is generally Malachite, but there's another one that's good for letting go and also to some extent compassion too. So this is Dragon's Blood or Dragonstone. Let me actually turn that light down just a bit. Oh, I woke up the cat. Gertie is on my lap. So we have Dragon's Blood or Dragonstone. This is helpful with grief and loss and processing those without getting lost in self-pity. Helps to, and this is where I think it can help you with the strength and courage to change, to learn from our mistakes and to have patience with ourselves. So whatever letting go looks like for you, this can help. It also helps with self-compassion for sure. Wonderful too. Oh, and for compassion for others, definitely pink kunzite, which is already here. Also helps with optimism, happiness, wisdom too. Strength and courage to change, I mentioned, helps the thyroid as well as the immune system and the nervous system. So this I think can help on a few different levels for you. And also for letting go, chrysoprase can be really helpful when it comes to kind of pivoting, whether it's like overcoming disappointment or like, okay, I've come as far as I can down this road, really wish it kept going, but okay, let me realize everything that I've accomplished and that I can still take with me and figure out the other direction. It's wonderful too for follow through and completing goals, especially helping through cases of things like burnout. So that is chrysoprase. That looks a little better. So let's do chrysoprase. We'll do here and here and here and here. And I hope that that helps, Ninja 4858. So glad to have you here. Joanna Sparkles, I hope you're well. Digging some ruby and sapphire tonight. Well, they are both here already. So you're feeling the vibe of the evening for sure. Let me know if there's anything else I can do. Jane, we already got your back pain. We already got Tanya. You're welcome, Still Not Still. Hey, welcome in, Chris. Kanta, good to see you. Oh, Ninja 4858, I'm glad you love those. I'm so glad those fit for you. So glad to have you here. Yes, thank you and welcome all the new folks indeed. Hey, Carrie, welcome in. Chris, welcome in. Feel free to, make any requests for your personal healing or well-being. I'll pick some crystals for you and put them in the grid. And let's see. Oh, Jonna. Oh, one of your girlfriends recommended me. I'm so glad. Thank you. Please tell them I pass along my gratitude for that. And thank you everyone who's been so supportive. I really appreciate you all. Awesome. Okay. And I'm going to get into Patty and keys requests in a moment. I'm going to get Jennifer's first because I half did what she needed. Blue lace agate, Sodalite. Okay, so Sodalite, blue lace agate, honey calcite, kunzite is in there, moonstone. Moonstone is helpful for anyone that works with the lunar cycles. There's any kind of full moon, new moon type magic. It's also really helpful for intuition and connection to even old and ancient healing techniques, as well as old and ancient spiritual practices. This is helpful for connection to the divine feminine, and it's also very protective of women. I always think of this as being very connected to the high priestess in the tarot deck. Yeah, just very much her vibe, like knowing everything, including the cycles, rhythms, and patterns of nature. It helps with intuition. It helps with attracting love in the form of like a soulmate type relationship. And yeah, wonderful for, especially if you do like new moon and like a full moon, new moon kind of magic, definitely get yourself some moonstone. And for the sake of space, I'm going to go ahead and put moonstone underneath Dalmatian Jasper. There we go. Awesome. Sodalite helps with connection to unity consciousness. This is a very high vibrational stone, very like upper chakra, crown and beyond kind of stone, especially with that interconnectedness of everyone, that unity consciousness, the awareness that we are all interconnected, what we put out into the universe, we also put back into ourselves, and what we take from the universe, we take from ourselves. It helps with that level of spiritual awareness and also connection to spirit and the awareness that we are a spiritual being within a physical vessel. So that is Sodalite. Honey calcite is one of our favorite stones here, and this helps with attracting the best people that are best matched with you at this point in your life into your life, whether that's new neighbors, friends, romantic partners, colleagues, etc. It's a lovely stone to help balance the solar plexus with the sacral too. Solar plexus is our center of self and personal identity and bringing forward what we want in our lives, and our center of just who we are, our character. Sacral is relationships and how we relate to others, and yeah, this is good for balancing both. So that is honey calcite. Blue lace agate helps with everything involving the throat. So sore throat, if you have any kind of issue there, helps with skin allergies, with arthritis and fractures, and also helps with expressing emotions that are really difficult to convey. Helpful too with tension headaches. So that is blue lace agate. Just have some extras in here. Awesome. So, okay, cool. So let's check in with some of the things that Patty wanted. So we got a few of them. We got jade, tree agate. Okay, let's grab some jade, tree agate, red tiger eye, chevron amethyst, Septarian smoky. We got Sodalite, we got Sodalite. Cool. So it looks like we're about halfway through yours already, which is kind of great. Everybody's on the same wavelength as always. So Septarian helps with muscle pain, muscle spasm, and also healing wounds. But this is a really powerful stone of what I was talking about earlier, the solar plexus. This helps us in a big way to do deep personal work and help us with emotional growth and maturity. This is one that helps us to really go deep and see where we're getting in our own way, what things might need to shift or change so that we can be able to move through life a little bit more freely and easily. Helpful with support and vulnerability so that you can get through that personal change. Lovely with understanding the underlying causes of habits and patterns, and great for just everything surrounding your sense of personal identity. So that is Septarian. Smoky quartz is highly protective. Even as far back as the Middle Ages, this was used to protect property from theft. It helps too with releasing worry. It's very calming, and it's a deep energy clearer. It actually helps to transmute or shift energy in a more positive way. It helps with hope in uncertain times, and it's also wonderful for chronic pain and flexibility of body as well as mind. So if you feel like you're kind of in a rut, if you feel like you're about to be having a conversation with someone who's stuck in a rut, this can be helpful to hold the space of like flexibility there. So yeah, and we all do that from time to time, like kind of get into a rut. This can help clear your energy and move forward a little bit. There we go. So that is smoky quartz. Chevron amethyst helps with all degenerative diseases, as well as our clairvoyance, our spiritual sight, our intuitive sight. So if you are doing any kind of if you're trying to increase the visions you have in dreams or while you're meditating, anything like that, this can be really helpful. This also helps with connection to spirit. And especially manifesting, it's almost like it helps carry up what we're asking for and then bringing down the answer, sort of like it's to your left. Like this can help with that. This also helps with tolerance of others too. But yeah, any kind of visionary work. So if you're doing like guided meditations or you're doing shamanic journeying or anything like that, this can be really helpful. So that's Chevron amethyst. Awesome. Cool. So let's bring in a few more. Let's bring in some desert rose selenite, some epidote, some zebra jasper, okay. First we'll bring in desert rose selenite because this is a lovely stone that does so many different things. So this can help with real estate and property, especially the paperwork and contracts with it, but just in general, even with helping to find those places, like where you want to live. Lovely for making big changes through small, consistent effort, and for redefining ourselves. Excuse me, itchy nose. Helpful for redefining ourselves too. Wonderful for perseverance through school. Helps to relieve acne, eczema, and upset stomachs. Wonderful for fighting viruses and for men's health, as well as the well-being of our animal companions. So that is desert rose selenite. Epidote is a lovely stone for healing illness and injury. One of the favorite things that I love about this stone is that it can really help with shifting our internal narrative, like the way we speak to ourselves, like our inner voice, so that if your self-talk is negative, if you're speaking down to yourself, if you're yelling at yourself, epidote can help you to notice that pattern and redirect it and help break that habit. Helpful too for the nervous system, skin, and for the brain as well. It's also helpful for connecting with the fairy realm. So that is epidote. Okay, so there we go. And red tiger eye is highly protective. From spiritual malevolence to your regular run-of-the-mill bully, this is very helpful. So when it comes to anything from gaslighting, triangulating, general bullying, smear campaigns, that sort of thing, this really helps kind of keep that at bay. Also helps with manifesting financial abundance in a hurry. So that is red tiger eye. Let's just put that in there. Whoop. And zebra jasper, which was a beautiful gift from Chris. This helps standing up for yourself even in overwhelming stress, and just overwhelming stress in general. This can be a really helpful stone. It's also helpful for bone disorders and muscle spasms on the physical level, but it's wonderful for breaking through apathy and just feeling really stuck. This can definitely help with like the getting out of a rut. It can help with like enlivening a little bit of optimism there. Wonderful too for kind of go with the flow and taking initiative. So it's very empowering stone too. So if you feel kind of down and out and like you don't have any energy to shift anything, zebra jasper is a great one to reach for. Whoop, there we go. So that's zebra jasper. Awesome. And we have zoisite, kunzite, peridot all in there. Manifestation stone. Twin quartzes. And, oi, Gertie, my hip is asleep. I'm gonna have to just scoot you a little. Oh, she cranked about that. Oh, are you offended? Are you going to leave now? Oh. Okay. Oh, she had to move too. Okay. Okay, so I have the other crystals here for you. Awesome. Oh, tiger eye because plus amber because of New Year. Absolutely. So amber is sacred too in China as well. This was seen as the eye of the tiger and was thought to be filled with courage and strength. Amber is also helpful for depression, seasonal affective disorder, helping to, as we were talking about with smoky quartz, this can also help with softening rigid attitudes and rigid beliefs, allow us to kind of go a little deeper and question things a little bit more. Helpful too for creativity, as well as attracting lasting love, releasing negativity and emotional blocks, and it's really helpful for luck and protection. Also helpful in every case of different mental aspects that might be impacting us, whether it's healing mental factors or mental illness in general. This is thought to be very supportive and helpful. So that's amber. So there we go. There's amber right there and right here. Awesome. Manifestation quartz is just what it sounds like. This can help take whatever you're manifesting and like boost it up there. So this is one that, consider it like a birthday candle on the grid. Go ahead and put whatever you're manifesting into it and ask that it be carried up to spirit. So there we go. Actually, let's put that here so I don't knock it over. And I have the other ones here. I'll bring those in at some point. Sunstone's in there. Pyrite. For Guy, for the job tomorrow. Good energy for that. Let's do the one I definitely... Oh, hey, it's good to see you, Sam. Lila Ray. You're welcome, Alana. and I'll get some more in there. Hey, Kanta, good to see you. Okay, cool. We'll definitely get to Carrie's request too. Awesome. Let's do... Okay, so Gee. So new job starts tomorrow. Lots of good energy. Definitely would have brought in honey calcite if it wasn't already, because that'll help bring the best people into your life. Also lapis and sunstone, which are both here. Lapis can help with good opening to moving up in your career, but also good open honesty, integrity, all those good factors. And another one, sunstone, can really help you with career opportunities and being noticed, recognized, and seen. I'm trying to think of what else we can bring in for you. The first one that jumped out and like jumped right into my hand was Kambaba stone, and I think this is a good bet. So Kambaba stone really helps with courage and confidence. It also helps with learning, and of course, first day on the job, you'll be learning all kinds of things. Wonderful for mental focus and recognizing errors and patterns. So that I think will be helpful for a good first day or first week. Helps too with, especially with learning, it can help with learning languages too. It's also great for meditation, helping the environment and healing the earth, improving the yield of crops, and wonderful for ancestor connection. So I think that this will help a lot with your first day at your new job. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. So that is Kambaba stone. Kambaba stone, also called Kambaba Jasper. This is actually fossilized blue-green algae. And it is the crystal of the month on my website. So I have some really large, raw, like not tumbled pieces that are much bigger than this. And they are all half off because it is the stone of the month. So definitely check that out. And again, if you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to schedule a one-on-one healing session or tarot reading, or if you want to shop the crystals, it's learnreikiphiladelphia.com, which is also linked in the description. So there you go. That is Kambaba stone. And all the best to you, Gee. All the best to you on your first day of work. I'm so excited. Yay. Jenny says stars. I say pets, love, and friendship. Awesome. Oh, those are for your gratitudes. I love it. Alana, Reiki for abundance and shifting lack mindset. Yeah. So perfect timing for some pyrite, which was also requested by Patty. This helps with, pyrite is lovely for calling in financial abundance. It is fool's gold, and fool's gold is found near real gold. So it's thought to help bring in the real stuff. It's lovely for protection, but also intuition. So if you're new to a type of intuition, this can really help with like the protection, but also the boosting the connection. Also helps the memory as well as fever and lungs. And sorry, I have an itch on my ankle and it's driving me wild. Sorry. And I'm currently wearing 4 pairs of socks because my feet are always cold, all times of year. So it's hard to get to an itch on my ankle. Sorry about that, but that is pyrite. Pyrite also helps with supporting your body's ability to make the most of an energy healing session like Reiki. So perfect for us here. So that's pyrite. And also citrine is in there, and citrine helps not only with manifesting abundance and calling it in, but also making good financial decisions and things like that. So good to see you, Alana. And for Carrie, you hear carnelian is good for digestive and solar areas. Yeah. Oh, you had 5 kidney stones in 2020. And kidney stuff. Gotcha. I've heard about kidney stuff with carnelian before. Carnelian, I often use that for relationship stuff and fertility stuff. And for digestive disorders is definitely, we have good digestive disorder stones in here now. Dalmatian Jasper and peridot are really helpful with those. So those are already in. Let's also bring in, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go with Picture Jasper. So Picture Jasper is lovely for the kidneys. It's also helpful for quitting smoking. And Picture Jasper, which also goes by the name Desert Jasper, by the way, this helps with envisioning future potential and with seeing the bigger picture. Helpful too with like new ventures, new adventures, like seeing something new and visualizing it. It's a great brainstorming stone, but it also helps with that initiative to make things happen. Helps with removing hidden fears, and it also supports like travel and even moving to a new culture or being around a place where different languages are spoken. But yeah, this is lovely for the kidneys. So that is Picture Jasper. And for not specifically the kidneys, but for the for any kind of bladder pain. I don't know if it's showing up that way or what, but Malachite is helpful for bladder pain. So there we go. I hope that that helps. And I think we have some other stones with kidney mentions that are already in there. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best one. I'm so glad that you are here. Let me know if there's anything else I can do. But yeah, all the best to you. Kanta, red coral. So where we were mentioning red tiger eye is good for kind of keeping bullies at bay, like gaslighting, triangulating. This is like a powerful complement to that. But this is specifically really helpful for women if they're dealing with any kind of like misogyny, sexism, that kind of thing. Anywhere that women are being silenced or being treated as a second-class citizen or othered, this really, really helps. And this is red coral. Anytime you're buying coral, they've gotten a lot stricter on it in general over the last decade or so, but coral, you really want to make sure that it's harvested sustainably, not grabbed in such a way that it harms the reef. So just putting that out there. But yeah, this is red coral, very protective of women. So that is red coral. There it is. Hope you're doing well, Kanta. Alana, also for heart chakra, forgiveness, and allowing and receiving love. Heart chakra, forgiveness. And I think I can hear some yelling outside. It sounds like sports ball is happening. I'm to understand there's some kind of football game today. Can't find anything that I'm less interested in. So for heart chakra, let's definitely bring in some rose quartz. This is a high vibrational stone that helps us with filling our heart with lots of love, lots of unconditional love, especially if we feel really depleted or like emotionally just sort of bereft. It's lovely too if you're working towards shifting into better relationship patterns, if you're working to see yourself as love and lovable. If that's something you're struggling with, this can be a really wonderful stone to work with because it helps you to see that love inside of yourself, and over time it can really help shift your perspective. So that is rose quartz. So let's bring this in. Okay, cool. And for forgiveness, aquamarine. Aquamarine helps with forgiveness, whether it's the I forgive you to give you another chance, or I forgive you to set myself free and let you go, or whatever it looks like to you. Aquamarine can help. It also helps with deflecting petty, low vibe, immature types of behavior. Lovely, like anti-Karen stone. Helpful too for body fluids and teeth and gums, as well as bringing in justice, like calling upon justice. So this is aquamarine. Okay. So, okay, cool. Awesome, Alana. Protection during travel. So we have moonstone helps with protection during travel, and that's in there. I'm also going to bring in tourmalinated quartz, which can be helpful for that. So black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy, and in this case it's going through quartz. It can be any kind of quartz, whether it's clear or in this case green, but that tourmalinated quartz helps to break up old stuck energy. So this can help with releasing and grounding nervous energy, patterns and cycles from childhood that are unhelpful. It helps to break up emotional scar tissue as well as physical scar tissue. Helps too with protection and travel, as well as new jobs, new revenue streams, new side hustles, gigs, what have you. Wonderful too for good fortune, good luck, and in general healing emotional trauma. So that is tourmalinated quartz. And like I said, also moonstone is helpful for that, and that's in there. So I hope that that helps. Dioptase, you got it. I have to look that one up again. There we go. So again, I'm going to go ahead and borrow some wisdom from The Crystal Healer by Philip Permut. Absolutely love his take on things. So this is dioptase. And this does a number of really beautiful things. I used it a lot when I was seeing clients in person more often before COVID. So that's dioptase. It can be a pricey little stone, which is why I only have a tiny little piece. But this helps with vitality, abundance, balance, being in the present moment, nutritional balance, the lungs, heart, circulation, and stomach. Good for development of babies, understanding the causes of individual diseases. This is also, we had 2 requests today for digestive help, and I put in 2 stones for that. This can also help that, according to him. I've never used that before. I've never used dioptase for like digestive issues before, but let's absolutely bring it in. It's wonderful too for the veins and things too. Helps to access past lives and do past life healing and even past life regressions. And also it's wonderful for emotional stability. So that is dioptase. And again, this book is The Crystal Healer by Philip Permut. It's this version, and then there's a volume 2. This one has the more common stones. But I have both. They're both lovely. So I hope that that helps. And Mary, good to see you. Samantha, let's see. You went on auditions, creative vibes for Reiki and endometriosis pain, depression and anxiety, no heat. Oh man. Peace and harmony focus. Gotcha. So let's bring in peace and harmony. Let's bring in endometriosis support. And for creative vibes, we've got all the creative stones in, and also we've got all the stones of like new revenue sources and things like that in. So let's do pink tourmaline for the endometriosis. Pink tourmaline is good for any kind of gynecologic issues at all. It's also really helpful for neuralgia, migraines, and headaches, mom and baby bonding, spinal injuries, and even breaking down a negative self-image so that you can put together a better self-image. And for inner peace and harmony, let's bring in some blue apatite. This is lovely for both of those. It's also really helpful for strengthening our energy field, which is superb for empaths. Helpful too for our relationship with food, as well as weight loss. Whether you're shifting your relationship with food for any reason, this can be helpful. And also for learning about our soul's purpose and having the courage to act upon it. So that is blue apatite. Let's do that here. And here. And here. And here. There we go. Awesome. Good to see you, Samantha. So Renee, you pull an angel card daily, and 3 different times it has been the card of the day. You said Gabriel was the card of the day. So maybe God is trying to tell you something. Possibly. You can, even if you, as we go into the Reiki session, if you want to like throw out an intention to the universe, ask that you get some clarity around and connection to Gabriel and what this is all about. To help support that, we have Celestite, which is helpful with that, but also Angelite. So Angelite, as the name would suggest, helps our connection to our angels and feeling closer to them. It also enhances our experience of sound healing. It's wonderful for helping us feel connected to source and to spirit, and it's great for high-level spiritual protection. So just go ahead and put it out there like, hey, Gabriel, you keep coming to me. Let me know what it's about and see kind of what comes through. So that's Angelite. And good for you with the card a day. That can be so impactful. Having that practice can be so impactful. And Catherine, good to see you. Money manifestation, headaches, whatever will help cure your husband's cold so he can stop complaining. Absolutely. So we've got all the money manifestation in there. Headaches, we've got a couple of good ones for headaches. Yeah, pink tourmaline is excellent for headaches. That's what I would put in, but there's also Blue lace agate is in there. That's helpful for headaches, as is rhodochrosite, which helps with, in addition to headaches, asthma, telepathy, journeying, high-level intuition, heart and circulation, and also mother-child bonding, as well as healing maternal types of emotional wounds. So that is rhodochrosite. So I hope that helps. Whatever will help your husband's cold. Definitely carnelian, moss agate. This helps any kind of illness or anything going through the body. Helps your body to kind of like stand up to it. Helpful too for connecting with nature, releasing fears of the unknown, connection to inner child and higher self, and also connection to spirit and unconditional love. So that is moss agate. They're just everywhere. It's all good. So I hope that that helps, Catherine. It's good to see you. You're welcome, Kanta. And if there's room for last minute stone and it's not in there, prehnite. Prehnite is lovely for helping hold a space of spiritual healing and as well as spiritual teaching. Whether you're teaching or learning, this is a lovely placeholder for that. It's like it primes the environment. Also helps with calming a wandering mind, especially during spiritual work or meditation. Helpful for things like lucid dreaming, prophecy, divination, any of that kind of high-level stuff. Oh, I did find another kidney stone. I knew there was another one that I wasn't thinking of. So this can be helpful for Carrie. So this helps with kidneys, bladder, gout, and anemia. It's also helpful for if you have a hard time saying no to unfair demands, this will help empower you to do that. So that is prehnite. So the last ones here are peacock ore or chalcopyrite. This is really helpful for anything in the, what's the best way to say it? Like there's a phrase I usually use that's kind of perfect. But high-level planning, high-level thinking. Yeah, great for that. Also really helpful for rebirth, like renewal. So that is chalcopyrite. I'll bring that in. My mind is like, that escapes me at the moment. I will think of it halfway through giving Reiki. But additional to that, we have, this is a two-pointed crystal. This can help with kind of setting things in a particular direction, a directional intention. And this is a quartz with 3 points. Generally, the points help us to set a strong intention and set it in a particular direction. So Patty had requested these, so there they both are. Executive function. Thank you, Patty. Oh my goodness. And I think we're going to get a little fuzzy visitor. Hey, do you want to say hi? Did you know it's time for Reiki? Did you know? I bet you did. Oh, no. You want to give a purr? There you go. Oh, there you go. Awesome. And I think we got everything of Chris's except, one more. Last stone, green aventurine, and then we're getting into it. So green aventurine. This helps to boost our vision of ourselves, what we're capable of. If you struggle with not having the confidence to try or even learn something new, this can really help. It's also helpful for the eyes as well as fertility, heart rhythms, and allergies. And there we go. And I think Gertie is purring, which means it's time for Reiki. Oh, sorry, Hattie is purring. Hattie, who was elected cult leader by Jenny, so she's leading us forward. She would not be the leader. She would be hiding under the bed. But, yeah, but you're so cool. You're so cute, and you're so sweet. And I did add manifestation quartz. Absolutely. The kitty who needs some healing joined you. Isn't it amazing how they do that? Yeah, it is. So, I'm going to do the thing that I do. For those of you who are new, I'm going to explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, and how to make the most of your session. While I do that, there's a powerful way that you can help lift the energy of where you're at, which, because we're all interconnected, helps lift energy everywhere. Oh, Hattie's on the move. The best way to do that is to just think of anything that you are grateful for, anything at all. And if you would be so kind, go ahead and click that live chat button and hit the like button if you haven't already. And then into the chat, add anything that you're grateful for that you feel to share in such a public format. That will help lift the energy powerfully. And in just a few moments, we will go ahead into the healing. And yes, our fearless leader is the Hattie. She is our fearless leader, except in reality, she is very, very fearful. Okay, so what is Reiki? So thanks again for being with me tonight on this, the evening of the superb owl, or the Super Bowl, if you're so inclined. It's not my thing, but I'm still glad that you're here. So I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and if you want to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you want to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's listed in the description, as are all my social media and my email newsletter. So what is Reiki? Reiki has become a kind of a catch-all term for energy healing in the West, but specifically I work with Usui Reiki. This method was named after its founder, Mikao Usui, who created it in the early 1920s in Japan, during a time where teaching anything that could be even misattributed as part of a religion had serious consequences. So this particular method is deeply spiritual, yet completely secular. And I think that's why we love it in the West so much. For the understanding of the concept of energy at play here, we're best to look at Shintoism. That's the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything is interconnected, and spirit, in this case, however you define it, supports us all with this spiritually guided life energy, which is what Reiki actually translates to. This energy is thought to be flowing through all of us all the time, whether or not we're aware of it, supporting our body, mind, and spirit with their usual resilience and healing that we have access to on a day-to-day basis. And essentially, what I'll be doing tonight is using Usui's techniques to connect to that energy and direct more of it to you, wherever you are and whenever you're watching this. So during the session, usually the first question I get is, well, how do I get it? Well, all that's really required is that you be open to it, and by being here, you are. So you don't have to do anything. Generally, I recommend that you find a nice comfy spot to sit or lay down. You can, but you don't have to sit still and close your eyes, although I recommend it because it's super relaxing. If you also want to use this time for journaling or stretching or doing some yoga or any other kind of practice that feels connected for you, that's absolutely fine. There is no wrong way to enjoy this session, even if you fall asleep during it. In fact, that's kind of encouraged. So yeah, just find a nice place that's nice and comfy for you. You don't have to think about anything. You don't have to focus your mind. You don't have to keep your mind quiet. You can just be and see what happens. At any point, if you want to go a little deeper in the session, or if you get distracted or anything, you can just take a deep breath in and out at your own pace, and you'll slowly sink a little deeper into the session. During the session, you're likely to feel some physical sensations, some emotions may come up or get released. Mentally, you may be able to kind of process some things or come to a conclusion you've been challenged around. You may also get some breakthroughs, some clarity, some intuition. you may have a lovely healing nap. So your session is going to look like the perfect combination of all of those for you in this moment. During the session, which will last 25 minutes, I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently through several different colors. At no point will the lights flash or strobe, and I will turn the music up. If you'd like to learn more about our musical creator, because those of you who've been able to bring some financial support to the channel, thank you for those of you who can. That actually helps us to pay an actual musician for music that I can stream with the rights to stream it. So we get to actually support a musician. So thank you. So yeah, if you want to learn more about her, she's linked at the bottom of the description. And at the end of the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come back in. I'll encourage you to take a deep breath in and out, slowly come back to your body. And when you're ready, you can come back to the computer and ask me any questions you have, or share any experiences you had, or just go on about your evening. It's totally up to you. And well, I'm so grateful you are here now, and I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times every week. They're listed in the description. You can also subscribe with your notifications on, so hopefully you get a notification. And just know that anytime you need healing, if I'm not live, check out our past healing live stream playlist. All of the past episodes are there. You'll be able to just pick any old past stream and connect with the energy. Reiki is not an energy that requires, like for me personally, I cannot be everywhere at once. I can be one place at one time. Reiki is everywhere all the time. So even on the past videos, there will be healing energy there for you anytime you need it. So thank you so much for being here today. It's an honor and a privilege always to share this healing with all of you. So thank you. And thank you to everyone who's so kind and supportive to each other. It really means the world, and it's part of what makes doing this so special. So let's get into the grid and get into the healing. Hey, Heart, welcome in. Ooh, pretty. Let's see, there's that empty little corner. What can we put there? Let's bring in, a big piece of kyanite. Oh yeah. Kyanite helps with understanding different spiritual messages and intuitions that are coming through. It helps us with radical self-acceptance, loving and accepting yourself exactly as you are. Also very helpful for certain types of neurological issues, especially around speech and mobility. Helpful for making general healthy changes in life, and also harmonizes pettiness and spite and kind of low vibe energy. So now we have a little, there we go. There we go. Now we're all evened out. Awesome. So everybody go ahead, get nice and comfy. For the next 25 minutes, I'm going to send you some lovely healing energy. Enjoy. You don't need to do a darn thing, and I will see you in 25 minutes. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. If you'd like, you can gently move your fingers, toes, or stretch. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. If you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead and use the chat. Thank you so much for inspiring such a beautiful grid. And my next stream will be Tuesday at 8 p.m. East Coast US time. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Ninja. Lots of love to you too. Hey, still not still, you ate some food. I'm so glad. Yay. Yeah, some days it's hard to find the energy to do the most basic things. It's totally okay. I understand. I have those days too. Hey, Creative Diva. Lots of love. Let me see if I can tell what song is playing. I might have to look it up after I listen. Let's see. It's not telling me. I'm so sorry. I have the songs I've purchased from the musician all in an album that my encoder like pulls from, and I can't see which song is playing right now, but I'll try to take a listen to it tomorrow and put it in the comments. So sorry about that. But the musician, it's what is it? The Relaxation Works, and her name is Cyndi Lauper. It's if you look in the description, there's a link at the bottom of the description. But I'll try to remember to listen to the song tomorrow and put it in the comments. But sorry, I can't quite look that up right now. Flower, Chris, Sam, Hart, and Natalie, thank you all so much. Awesome, Natalie, thank you. Yeah, I absolutely love her music, and her YouTube, you can listen to her songs from there too. Oh, so much love to you all, absolutely. Lunar New Year, happy Lunar New Year, happy full moon, happy all the things. Happy new moon, sorry. It was new moon like 2 days ago. Yes, I hope everyone has a beautiful week ahead. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here with an abundance of gratitude for each and every single one of you. So grateful for having y'all here. Again, my next stream is Tuesday at 8 p.m. East Coast time. And as usual, there's Wednesdays at 4 p.m., Fridays at both 4 and 8 p.m., and Sundays at 8 p.m. You're welcome. You're welcome, Alana. Oh, you can Shazam it. Ooh, I have to look into that. Gigi, love, you're so welcome. Thank you for popping in the chat. I hope you enjoyed it. Welcome back anytime. Yes, Heart, we can do Thursday if you want to. Send me a text. Yeah, my schedule has been a little bonkers, but it's calming down now. And I think yours was too. Oh, awesome, Sam. I'm glad you were able to unwind with your dog. Aw, Patty, you're so welcome. I love being here with all of you. Yeah. Yep, and tomorrow is my day off, although I didn't get the most done this weekend, so I might I might do a little working, but I definitely get my Reiki session tomorrow. I get a Reiki session sent to me every Monday. Yeah, we can definitely do that, Heart. Awesome. Awesome, Renee. You have a great start to your week, and I'll see you Tuesday. Thank you, Emmy. Really appreciate it. Okay, I think I hear the cats getting a little ornery. I think they want to play. So I better get on that. So have a beautiful rest of your evening and a beautiful week ahead. I hope to see you all again soon. Take care and bye for now.